Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Math with Mr. W. And this morning, I'd like to talk to you about reading numbers and fractions. And what I'd like to talk to you about this morning is the whole importance, the real strong importance of the word reading. So many of my students that come to me as ninth graders that would say to me, I don't have to read, this is math. And I would say, you have to read what? Math. I don't have to read numbers. I just look at them. No, you have to read them. And I would try and spend my time emphasizing that they read what's in front of them. And if they don't read what's in front of them, then they will not understand what they're staring at. Because staring is not a strategy. And I've said this as kindergarten teachers to first grade teachers, and now I'm saying it to second grade teachers. And I'll say it to third grade teachers and to fourth grade teachers and to fifth grade teachers and so on. You have to read what's in front of you, not just stare at it. Math is meant to be read just like any book. So, if you were doing problems with your students and you have a problem in front of you, a simple problem of addition, 48 plus 72, and you ask Alex, let's take a look at the problem number one. Please read the problem. And Alex needs to read the problem completely. 48 plus 72. 48 plus 72. So he's putting into his mind completely what is taking place. He's verbally said to you, he knows what's there, and everybody else has heard what Alex has said. And he's read it out loud just the same way you read a story in second grade. This is the story. So 48 people and 72 other people got together. How many people were all together? So we can get a story from that. So our mind creates other things beyond just the numbers 48 and 72. Now, we go to number two. Jennifer, read number two. And she looks at that and says, 36 plus the opposite of 17 equals. 36 plus the opposite of 17 equals. Now, what is she doing? She's telling us she understands all of these symbols, plus the opposite of 17 and the equal sign, as well as knowing what the numbers are. Okay, it makes good sense to us. Everybody else hears it. You understand it clearly. And Jennifer says it and you hear it. So it's well done. And in your class, you have gained a better appreciation for it. Your class has a better appreciation for the problem. And it's probably a better chance that most people will know what to do. Now, we get to the third problem. And we've discussed these in another one of my sessions about fractions, just the beginning of them. Now, we're talking here about adding a couple of them together. But we haven't talked about adding fractions. But perhaps your children will know what the answer is, even without you telling them what to do. Because you'll say, Daniel, read number 3. And Daniel says, 2/7 plus 3/7. And you have already told him how much over what kind. How much over what kind? And Jose raises his hand. You say, yes, Jose? And he says, is it 5 sevens? And you say, yes, it is. And you see, Jose knows that he's answered that question. He knows the answer is 5 sevenths because the way that Daniel has read it. Daniel read 2 sevenths plus 3 sevenths equals 5 sevenths. It makes perfect sense if it's read. But if you don't read it, but you just stare at it, it may just go, well, what do I do here? Make sure your students are reading their problems. Make sure they are understanding the symbols. They're reading the symbols. Because when it comes to understanding word problems and then putting numbers and symbols to make up that word problem, it'll be much easier for them. Well, I hope this little session helped you out, and I hope you enjoy your second grade teaching this year. Have a great year, and thank you for joining Math with Mr. W. See you next time.